exclusively. In other words, there are many aspects of it that belong to everyone. So can a Jew study Torah? Can a non-Jew study Torah, that is?
Well, two things. First of all, how are you going to keep the 7 Noahide laws if you don't study them and you don't know what they are? I asked this very religious Christian, I said, you keep the 10 Commandments? He says, yes. I said, like honoring your parents? He says, yes, of course. I said, so your mother wants you to vote for Trump. You're going to vote for Trump? And if you don't, are you violating the 5th commandment? He didn't know. How are you supposed to know? You're on your way to a very important meeting and your mother asks you to take the garbage out. And you don't. Have you violated? How are you supposed to know? So if you don't learn, you don't know. So to learn the details and the application and all the things about the 7 or the 300, obviously necessary. Overall, believing in God includes knowing him. So studying in order to know God, that's universal. How can you really, truly believe in him and truly serve him when you have no idea who he is?
So I meet a lot of non-Jews that tell me that they love the Kabbalah in whatever form they were somewhat exposed to Kabbalah. I don't know if it's what I would call commercial Kabbalah, commercialized Kabbalah, but it Kabbalah, some insight into the inner workings, the back end of, so to speak, of Judaism, of godliness, and so on. So is a non-Jew allowed to study Kabbalah? I mean, if it's genuine and if it's true, if it's the real thing, the real deal, are they allowed to study it? Is it only exclusively for Jews?
I mean, if it's being studied because it's exotic, no, nobody should do that. But if you're studying it in order to understand God better, absolutely. Absolutely. So the Rebbe mentioned a number of times that the second part of Tanya, Sha'ar Yichud Ve'emunah, is a necessary study, a necessary knowledge for all human beings. How God relates to the world is crucial. You got to know that. You got to understand that. And that's got to become very clear. Because then you see the world differently, you see God differently, and you understand your place in all of this differently.